pal. L.O.T.S Full Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 91. That part. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very significant episode. This is a milestone. We are 9 episodes away from episode 100, all right? And I need everybody to be in the building. Now, you guys, you know how my intro go. I am the incomparable, the often imitated but cannot be duplicated, the one they took their style from. I'm the elected, the appointed voice of the streets, leader of the streets, lord of the streets, learning off the streets, living off the streets. You hear me, all right? And this is powered by L.O.T.S Full Media. I want to welcome everybody to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 91. And for the record, you guys, I am considered the top op. I am the top op. I am public enemy number 1. And this is the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. You heard me. Now, once again, you guys, make sure you guys come in the building. Show your respects. All right? I need you guys to make sure you're hitting that like button. We call that wiping your feet on the rug. Same way you do at your grandparents' house. Same way you do at your mom and your daddy house. Show that you got respect. Show that you was raised right. All right, and hit that like button, the heart, wherever platform you're on. All right, we're streaming from different platforms. Today, we're streaming strictly from YouTube. Now, I was supposed to go on yesterday, obviously. I know you guys probably missed me, but there was some technical difficulties I had to attend to. All right, life be lifing, etc., etc. But nonetheless, you guys, make sure you guys come in the comment section, leave a fingerprint in the comment section. Leave a comment. We call that leaving a fingerprint. All right? And I want to welcome everybody once again to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 91. That part. I see people putting up in the comment section already. Planet, goddammit. My eyes behind my head, Planet, goddammit. You heard me. Yeah, we up, Planet, on a Saturday. All right? And let me cut off this intro music. Let's get this clear. All right, you guys, let's run it back. I am the incomparable, the often imitated, but cannot be duplicated, the one that today style from, the elected, appointed voice of the streets, leader of the streets, learn off the streets, lord of the streets, living off the streets, all right? And this is powered by L.O.T.S approved media. And I want to welcome everybody to the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, hashtag DSTM. All right, and this is episode number 91. That part. Once again, I am the public enemy number 1. I am considered the top op, nonetheless, and this is the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. Once again, welcome to everybody. Now, you guys, this is a very eventful week. Obviously, we got some elephants in the room, some things we got to speak about. What we got here? Well, we're going to definitely speak about Joolio Foolio. That's the elephant in the room. All right, we're not going to bypass the Joolio Foolio and what's going on with the numbers that Yungeen Ace is doing on YouTube. All right, he's currently trending number 1 and 2, both his videos. Nonetheless, also we're gonna speak about there's gonna be a term this time, right? We're gonna speak about LeBron James and his son Bronny. All right, and there's a big elephant in the room right now, and the key word is gonna be nepotism. We're gonna speak about nepotism. Now, you guys, once again, make sure you guys are hitting that like button. All right, wipe your feet on the rug. Don't be a ninja watcher. That's a person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher, because that's just a hater. And you definitely want to be one of these, ladies and gentlemen. We call that the peeping Tom. If y'all know what they do to peeping Toms, stay out of jail and you won't have to find out. Now, starting off, and there's a couple of more topics also. Shout out to Bootsy on getting that ankle monitor cut off, all right? Big shout out to Bootsy. You guys do me a favor. As soon as you come in the building, I don't care if we got 5 people or we got 1,000 people in the building. I need you guys to make sure that you're hitting that like button so YouTube can recommend this video. Also, I need you guys to share this platform, all right? I want to get everybody acclimated. I'm going on a Saturday. This is not typical for me. Usually I go on a Friday, all right? But life be life, all right? Things are subject to change. So you guys should have your notification bells on. So every time I drop new content, you guys will be the first one to get notified. That part, all right? Yeah, and once again, shout out to Bootsy. Shout out to Bootsy with his recently his ankle monitor being cut. All right, he's no longer on probation or whatever stipulation it was. All right, basically charges have been dropped. Now, also we're gonna speak about Pop Smoke's killer. Yeah. We gotta talk about Pop Smoke. All right. Well, starting off with the Joolio Foolio. Let's start off with something hot. All right. You guys already know about Joolio Foolio, Florida, well-known Jacksonville artist. All right. The drill scene. You guys know about the drill in Miami, Florida. It's not just Chicago. Jacksonville, we drilling. They drilling out there in Jacksonville also. All right. And there's 2 adversaries at hand. All right. One kid goes by the name of Joolio Foolio. Rest in peace to Joolio Foolio. And then his opponent is Mr. Ace, Yungeen Ace. I don't know if you guys had a chance to go on YouTube. As of recently, Yungeen Ace has dropped 2 new videos. All right. And they're kind of leading people to believe that he may have something to do with the passing of Joolio Foolio. I don't know if you guys peeped last week. It's been all over the news. All right. Joolio Foolio recently, he passed away. This kid, some people are not sympathetic. Some people have no compassion for the man. They're saying that he kind of brought this on to himself. All right. Nonetheless, once again, Joolio Foolio out of Jacksonville recently was unalived. We're going to be careful with the YouTube terms, all right? But he was unalived. Now, he was celebrating his 26th birthday. Now, this is significant. You guys know, I think Biggie and Pac died at the age of 25. So it's an eerie correlation there, all right? Nonetheless, the kid passed away on his birthday, his 26th birthday. Now, he was in celebration. Just to go over what actually happened, all right? He was throwing an event. He had an Airbnb, all right? And somehow he got kicked out of the Airbnb. Y'all know how it is. There's rules to the Airbnb. Y'all know what we do in those type of facilities and what goes on, right? A lot of times the people that are renting out these spaces, these homes, they're not aware of actually what's taking place. And if they were aware, they probably wouldn't let people rent that home. But nonetheless, I don't know what took place, but they kicked him out of the Airbnb, which subsequently forced him to go get a hotel room. Now, this is just compromising, right? He was improvising at the moment. Obviously, that wasn't his first choice to be in a hotel room. Preferably, you want to be in an Airbnb, more privacy, all right? Not to say that you're totally exempted from anybody, any attacks, but it's less people that are going to be able to infiltrate, less people knowing where you at, less people with access to your location, right? So now, according to news reports, Joolio was unalived in the parking lot of the hotel. If you see Joolio Foolio was seen online promoting the party, which is not typical for somebody that has known enemies, right? When you have enemies, you're trying to make sure that you're not trying to share your location and things of that nature, right? It was something strange, right? It's not the typical way of carrying yourself when you're a person such as Joolio Foolio or anybody that's in Joolio Foolio's position. Nonetheless, what I'm trying to say is he made it easy for them to locate him. And I don't know why he did that, right? That's not something that you would do typically. Typically, you want to hide from your enemies. Typically, you don't want to give your enemies the ups of where you at. Typically, you don't want to feel those shots, right? Bullets burn. But I find it quite strange that he actually was giving his location so freely. He was inviting people to the location, inviting people to the party, all right? It was a pool party, I would believe. So, let's talk about it. 4 people were actually 4 people. 3 people were shot. One person was unalived. All right, and that person is Joolio Foolio. I'm not sure about the other 3 people. What current condition are they in? Because we don't hear anything about the other people. You know how in these type of events, we're usually worried about the main person. And most times there's other people involved in these type of incidents that we don't pay so much attention to because they're not high profile. Everybody's more concerned about Joolio Foolio. All right. So subsequently, Joolio Foolio was unalived. All right. Joolio Foolio had voodoo. I'm Haitian. Let's get this straight. A lot of people depended on voodoo, right? To protect yourself, like a veil over you. As if you're bulletproof. As if you're bulletproof. And he's not Haitian. I'm Haitian. I know we have the strongest voodoo. I know there's other people that do voodoo. I know Jamaicans do voodoo. I know Americans do voodoo. I know white folk do voodoo. Don't get it twisted. White folk do voodoo too. All right? Other people do voodoo, but we do it a little bit more concentrated. We're a little bit more informed on that topic. All right. And some people criticize whoever was doing the voodoo for him. There's all types of speculations. They're saying that he laid in a casket for a couple of days. They're saying that his grandmother is the one that blessed him, that prayed over him, that did the procedure, the ceremony, whatever, what have you, right? But nonetheless, you guys, obviously it did not work. And a lot of people think that voodoo is 100%. Now, I'm not a voodoo expert, but one thing I can say, in a lot of cases, it's not 100%, right? There's things that you have to do in the process. There's things that you have to do. You're praying to a new God now, right? You're serving a different God when you do voodoo. There's things that you have to do to keep it concentrated, to keep it working, to keep the magic working. So it's an ongoing process. It's not like you just get inducted into it and you just protect it. Somebody says, bum shum shamala, and you just protect it. No, you actually have to do certain things to keep the voodoo strong. All right. And I'm not sure if he was doing what he executing the things that he needed to execute. Remember, I'm Haitian. Remember, I'm telling you. All right. So now fast forward. Joolio Foolio is no longer with us. Rest in peace to Joolio Foolio and his family. And condolences to Joolio Foolio's family members. All right. You have a kid that goes by the name of Yungeen Ace. Joolio Foolio, Yungeen Ace, they've been at war for years now. Now, Yungeen Ace previously he lost his brother in a shootout. All right. I'm not sure if it was his older brother or his younger brother. And there's a resemblance there in what took place, right? Because I believe in his case, in Ace's case, there was 3 people shot also, and 1 person passed away subsequently, right, because of the attack. And it just has an eerie resemblance correlation to what took place with Yungeen Ace. Nonetheless, Joolio Foolio is no longer with us. Now, fast forward, Yungeen Ace dropped a video right after the passing of Joolio Foolio. Now, a lot of people say he got cojones. This left us surprised, right? Because unlike my generation, we don't claim these bodies on the internet, right? We don't brag and boast about things, especially crimes that can put you away for the rest of your life, right? There's no statutes of limitations when it comes to murder. Let's be clear. So most men would shy away from the showing that and claiming that body. All right, claiming that body. But nonetheless, it seems like Yungeen Ace is not scared. It seems like Yungeen Ace wants to claim this. He wants everybody to know that he partook in the passing of Joolio Foolio. Now, obviously, we all under this assumption because you make a video directly after the fact. You made a video after the passing of the man. And in the video, first of all, the first video is, let's see the name of the first video here. Allow me one moment. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. All right. Now, the first video, what's the name of the first video? First video is Do It. Do It. All right. So now, Do It. This video did 4.5 million views in 5 days. Typically, Yungeen Ace doesn't see those numbers. All right. So he dropped one video that did 4.5 million views. Let's be clear, 4.5 million views in 5 days. Now, this had the internet, and the internet went crazy, right? This had the internet in an uproar. Everybody's speculating now, and like, why would he do that? Why would he give the feds information? Why would he just hand himself to the feds, right? But if you thought that was a fluke, the man dropped a second video. The second video from Yungeen Ace is called Game Over. Now, this video, I think it's still within 24 hours. But the video is currently at 2 million. 2 million views. All right. Let's check. Let me go on YouTube. I'm going to go on YouTube right now. All right. Let's go to YouTube trending. YouTube trending music. All right. And we're going to see how many hours it is. All right. Yungeen Ace, Game Over, is at 2.2 million views. And it's only been 23 hours. So it's 1 hour shy of a whole day of 24 hours. The man has 2.2 million views. All right. Like I said, you have to have cojones. You got to have balls to put a face to this body. Everybody would assume that Yungeen Ace is part of this, that he orchestrated this. Everybody is under that assumption. And what he do, give some validity to it by dropping these videos. But we can't just be hasty. First of all, it's not normal for somebody to claim a body and so quick like that. It's rare, if not ever, have we seen this before in hip hop. Let's be clear, nobody has ever done this before in hip hop. But you gotta put your thinking cap on. First of all, how was he able to drop a video within 4 hours and able to edit the video in all and drop it within 4 hours? That's one red flag. All right. And I'm speaking about Do It, not Game Over. Game Over, he had a little bit more time to be creative. But how was he able to respond to the passing of Joolio Foolio within 4 hours? I find that a little bit strange. It leaves me under the impression that maybe this was premeditated. Maybe he had this video prior to the passing of Joolio Foolio. Was this premeditated? Or was he just that sufficient that fast? Did he just respond that fast like Superman changing in the booth? And he just wanted to speculate. But nonetheless, there's a second video, Game Over. Like I said, 2.2 million views. So he's already accumulated over almost 8 million views. Excuse me, almost 7 million views within 5 days. All right? So obviously you guys know when it comes to death and the passing of hip-hop artists, especially when we're talking about hip-hop beef, it's always been proven that hip-hop beef is lucrative. Hip-hop beef is lucrative. Right now, Yungeen Ace is running up a check. He's running up a mean check. I don't know who's he signed to, but obviously these record labels that are pushing this, and not to say they didn't initiate it, but they're gonna benefit. They're gonna profit off of the passing of Joolio Foolio. All right. So right now, Yungeen Ace is running up. Ace Young, he's running up a check right now. And can you blame him? Can you blame him? One thing I can't say. This generation, Generation Z, is a little bit more different. This generation seems like they're not scared of being incarcerated. This generation, there's no fear there. And I don't know what's inside jail. You could barely get pussy in jail. What is it in jail that niggas are running to the jailhouse? Because it doesn't stop there. This beef is something like we've never seen in hip hop before. You got people that are standing on business, and standing on business is taking on a new meaning. When you talk about standing on business is starting to mean snitching on yourself, telling on yourself. This is the telling on yourself generation. The young niggas, they just telling on themselves. It's a different type of gangster. As opposed to hiding from what you've done, as opposed to being here for your family, as opposed to not incriminating people around you, it's the opposite. The more you're willing to incriminate yourself, the more gangster you're perceived as in this generation. So it doesn't stop at Ace Yungeen. Also, there's a gentleman that goes by the name of Queso. All right, Queso's also from Jacksonville. Shout out to Queso. Queso's currently incarcerated. He's the kid that you saw where his father went to court. His father's taking a stand on him. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar, just to give you guys a quick rundown. All right, Queso and his father ran down on this kid. All right, and the kid passed away subsequently, right? You guys understand what I'm saying. We got to watch certain words on YouTube. You guys forgive me. So I'm using a lot of words that you might not be familiar with. All right. But nonetheless, Queso is currently incarcerated. Queso still has access to his Instagram. Now, Queso, him and his father were involved in the murder of another individual. His own father turned his back on him. His own father ratted on him. Queso currently still has access to his Instagram account in which he made a post on Instagram. Now, Let me pull this up, man. This is a different type of beef, you guys. This whole beef that's going on, this Jacksonville drill, this whole it's a whole different type of, it's a different type of gangster. Yeah, it's a different type of gangster. It's not the gangster that I grew up seeing. It's not the gangster that your father grew up seeing. It's a different type of gangster. Though nothing is new under the sun. I've never seen it in my lifetime. I've never seen somebody claim their crimes like that. I've never seen people snitch on themselves like that. It's just a different type of gangster. It makes you think. It makes you think. All right. Now I want to pull up Queso. Queso's also runs with Ace Yungeen. All right. Yungeen Ace. Like I said, Queso's currently incarcerated. You guys be familiar with these names, all right? I'm telling you these names. Be familiar with these names, all right? Now let's go to Queso page. I'm pull up Queso's page here. Queso 23X. All right. Now, Queso posted on Instagram. Mind you, he's incarcerated right now. He still got access to his Instagram. Queso posted 20 hours. This is 20 hours ago, in which he posted a picture with him, and it's him and Joolio Foolio. And Joolio Foolio said he was once cool with Queso. Queso pulled up to a video shoot, and maybe he was just an entourage member. Apparently, they wasn't that cool, right? But if you see, that circle that you guys see in the background is Queso. All right. So this is Joolio. So this gives validity. Queso, this is what Joolio Foolio was saying, that Queso actually was in one of his videos. So he's saying that Queso was a fan of his at one point that turned into his arch rival. All right, this is what we got here. Now I'm gonna go into Queso, in which he said, "You knew when you took your last breath, I was gonna smoke your F ass. You know what I mean? It's gonna be born without you. Voodoo couldn't save you with a broken heart." All right. Now, mind you guys, Queso is incarcerated. These Jacksonville niggas is a different breed. Jacksonville niggas is a different breed. Jacksonville gangster is different. All right. You see niggas that got bodies. Niggas that are currently fighting murder charges right now are chiming in on the passing of Joolio Foolio. Joolio Foolio had some real enemies out there. Like Joolio Foolio had some real enemies out there. All right. And Queso being one of them, also Ace Yungeen, with a plethora, I'm sure a plethora of way more. But the thing about this is, there's a lot of people that are chiming in on just chiming in to speak on Foolio, not on Foolio's behalf, but people that have issues with Foolio. Remember, Foolio is known for screaming out dead bodies, speaking about people. And when you're speaking about the deaths of all these people and murders, right? There's families involved. So what you're doing now is you're rehashing that situation, all right? You're reopening that wound. So all these people are now chiming in, finding out that Foolio has passed away. This is the first rap artist that nobody's showing compassion for. But did he deserve compassion? Did he do anything that deserved for people to show compassion towards him? Mind you, this rapper had no compassion for nobody. I see Bibby's father is chimed in also. I didn't get a chance to read that post, but there's a lot of people that are chiming in. A lot of people. I'm pretty sure all the family members and friends of the people that he once spoke about, they're on their social networks, they're on their Instagrams and their Facebooks and different platforms, and they're speaking out also. This is something different. And I'm going to pay attention. We're going to all pay attention to this, all right? In the following weeks, I'm going to keep you guys updated. We're going to definitely stay updated, man. But I want to say Ace Yungeen Ace, my brother. I love your music, champ. And I wouldn't tell you not to capitalize. I would capitalize. Keep in mind, I know you lost your brother. So I'm not saying that you're wrong, but what I can say, my friend, make sure that you're preparing yourself correctly. Make sure you setting up your chessboard correctly. So if them folks do run down on you, you'll be prepared. That's all I'm asking. You guys keep in mind, just because something happened, that doesn't mean that he's wrong for what he did. Just because somebody passes away in an equation, two enemies, that doesn't mean that the person who did it is wrong. Now, I know this is not going to sit well with some people, but keep in mind, we got to be open-minded about this. Joolio Foolio brought this on himself. Rest in peace to that young brother, because he has a mother. He has family members. Rest in peace to Joolio Foolio. But this is the first time I've ever seen in hip-hop where nobody is compassionate. Nobody has compassion for the man. His music went up. Everybody was playing his music. He was entertaining everybody. But I don't see a lot of rest in peace out there. And you guys got to keep in mind, when you talk about drill music, this type of music, just because somebody's standing behind you, just because you have fans, that's not core fans. All right? Those fans could be quite fickle. A lot of people that are there, they're just there to observe. They're spectators. They don't necessarily love the artists. They just love the back and forth. They're attracted to that. They're attracted to the violence. They're attracted to the turmoil. They're attracted to the rivalry. They're attracted to the disrespect that's going on between both parties. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're attracted to the artist. That doesn't necessarily mean that they support that artist in its entirety. Okay? But nonetheless, man, rest in peace to Foolio. I'm going to say rest in peace. And once again, you guys pay attention to the times that we're in. Things are changing around here. In hip-hop and in the USA, period. Things are changing amongst these young niggas. I don't know what's going on in Jacksonville, but Jacksonville is different. It's not the same as Miami-Dade County. It's not the same as Broward County. It's not the same as South Florida, but things spread. Things are contagious. The drill music is spread from Chicago and got to Jacksonville. Things spread. It's very contagious out here. So don't be surprised if people don't follow in Jacksonville's lead. Don't be surprised if you see little towns and cities changing. The same things are happening. I'm seeing a different type of bold that I've never seen. I've never seen people be bold like this ever. In the tradition of gangsterism. In the world of gangsters, I've never seen this type of gangster, man. And it just makes you think about what's to come in the future. All right. But nonetheless, you guys, make sure you guys hit that like button. Shout out to Joolio. Rest in peace, Joolio Foolio. Condolences to Joolio Foolio's family. Shout out to Ace Yungeen. Shout out to both crews, ATK and KTA. What KTA is kill them all. And I forgot what ATK means. That's Ace Yungeen's clique. I forgot what that means. But and don't kill me. But I love the two videos. Ace Yungeen has two videos on YouTube that are currently trending at the #1 and #2 spot. Do It is #1. All right? And what's the other one? Oh, Game Over. Do It and Game Over. Do It is #1. Game Over is #2. Hey, capitalize, my nigga. I would have capitalized also. I can't fault you, all right? L.O.T.S Approved Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. You guys know what it is. This is episode number 91. All right, make sure you guys are sharing this podcast. We're only streaming from YouTube right now. Usually I stream from different platforms. Things kind of went crazy yesterday. So you guys see I'm here with you. Nonetheless, it's called consistency. And once again, this is episode number 91. That means we're 9 episodes away from 100. 100 is going to be a celebration. All right, that's going to be a significant milestone for this channel, L.O.T.S Approved Media. And I want all you guys in attendance, all right? Please make sure you guys are in attendance, especially if you've been supporting us, because we love our supporters here, all right? On behalf of L.O.T.S Approved Media, I love all my supporters, man. That part. Oh, once again, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys are sharing this platform, all right? Everybody have people that admire them. Share this with your admirers, your friends, your family. All right, share button. Share this on Facebook. Share this to Instagram. Share this with your peoples. All right, we're currently live. That part on a Saturday, which we usually go live on a Friday. You heard? All right. Now, you guys, we're going to speak about that LeBron James. Yeah, we're going to speak about LeBron James and Bronny. The term is called nepotism. Nepotism. We're going to speak about nepotism. Remember that word, all right? But nonetheless, let's talk about some other topics before we get to that topic. Because that's also the elephant in the room, all right? Now, what else we got here, man? Let me see what's up. What else is on the list here for our topics? Pop Smoke's killer. All right, you guys know Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. All right, one of the biggest artists that has came out of New York City in the past 5 to 6 years. All right, and this is a great segue because we're speaking about drill music. Pop Smoke, obviously, that's a New York drill rapper. Now, Pop Smoke passed away prematurely. We all know this. There's rumors that Pop Smoke passed away. It was a hit. Some say it was a hit. Some say it was a simple robbery with some young kids. I believe one of the murderers was 15 years old. All right. They were young. Those kids were young. They say that Pop Smoke could have survived, but he was fighting them. He fought the kids. So there's a lot of speculation, nonetheless, right? But the people that murdered Pop Smoke, they were incarcerated. They got caught. They were arrested. Now, one of the murderers of Pop Smoke has recently been released. You guys go check him out on Instagram. Let me see if I got this kid's name here. I had to search. I had to look on you know how we do our little research on Instagram. All right. Let me see it. Let me see if I can pull up this guy. This is Pop Smoke's murderer. Let me see if I can pull up this guy on Instagram. Hold on 1 second here, because I just pulled him up today. It should okay. The kid goes by the name of V Blockstar 3. All right, V Blockstar 3. Now, this kid's responsible for the murder of Pop Smoke. All right. You guys, shout out to God Bay in the building. That part. Bada bing. That part. Yes, sir. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. Shout out to God Bang in the building. You guys give me a chance. When you get a chance, check out God Bang's music on YouTube, all right? Another up-and-coming artist, all right? A lot of artists on this platform, man. Big shout out to God Bang. Fairway, that part. Now, rest in peace. Yes, sir. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke's, one of his murders recently was released. Now, this kid I think he's 15 years old. He also has a brother, too, that's pretty popular, all right? Now, y'all know about the gangs in L.A. You got the Hoover Criminals, all right? The Hoover set. You got Bloods. You got Crips. And you got the Hoover set, all right? Now, the Hoover, they branched off from the Crips, but some of them still consider themselves Crips, all right? I think Hoover Criminal, that's the man's set. Now, this kid was recently released. You guys know already. You can imagine if you're just coming out of jail for murdering somebody like Pop Smoke. We all know Pop Smoke was a Crip, right? We know he damn near was the king of New York before he left. He was about to be elected as the king of New York. All right. Definitely was the king of drill. If you go to New York right now, they consider Pop Smoke the king of New York drill. He brought a whole different vibe to the drill music, period, across the board. All right. Nonetheless, Pop Smoke died prematurely. This kid is one of the kids that was arrested for the murder of Pop Smoke. Now, this kid got released. You know there's people that love Pop Smoke. When you murder somebody of Pop Smoke status, you got to imagine you got some people that want to revenge Pop Smoke's death. This kid got released, and upon being released, instantly started receiving death threats. The kid had death threats being threatened online. There's death threats. Even the his probation officer, because he didn't just get released, he got released on probation. Even his probation officer was advising for him to leave. I don't know where his location, maybe he was back home, but she felt like wherever area this kid was in was not safe for him. So maybe the kid went back home. Obviously, typically that's where you would go, back home, right? Naturally. Nonetheless, this kid's receiving death threats left and right. There's more people that are involved with this, but this is the love that people had for Pop Smoke. Now, we don't know if this kid did this out of just being ignorant, a young kid he just made a wrong decision that changed everybody's lives forever. We don't know if this kid was diabolical, that he looked forward to doing this, that maybe he didn't even have to do it. Maybe the kid could have let Pop Smoke live. Who knows if this was deliberate or if it was accident. But nonetheless, he's responsible for the murder of Pop Smoke. Now, like I said, this kid's receiving death threats everywhere. There's a video online. Of this kid speaking to his probation officer. All right. And while he's speaking to his probation officer, the probation officer is telling him her concern for his life. The probation officer is getting wind that this kid's life's in jeopardy. All right. She's telling the kid she wants to pick him up. She wants to take him somewhere. I don't know where she wants to take him. I don't know what happens because a probation officer pick you up. Where are they going to take you? Is it going to be something where he's going to be incarcerated again? He's stuck at a facility? Are they going to force him to go to another location? Like what they do? What's that program? Like what's that relocation program when you snitch and protect the custody? Is it a protective custody situation? It's a semi-protective custody situation. All right. But nonetheless, the kid is getting death threats and his probation officer is scared for him. So I can imagine anybody that loves this kid that surrounds him is scared for him also. Now keep in mind, his older brother is incarcerated currently. So I don't know how many other family members, but I know his older brother is active in that on that Hoover side of things. All right. Hoover criminals. I know his older brother is active. If you guys see, I did some shorts on his brother. I spoke about his brother on other podcasts. His brother is an artist also. All right. Known for set tripping. Used to have those videos where he's going on other blocks in California. His brother goes on other blocks and set trips with other gangs. All right. So they call it set tripping. You from one block, you go to another block and you set tripping. Basically, your set, I'm beefing with your set. And I'm just throwing up my set. They say it's set tripping. What have you? Nonetheless, fast forward. The kid had what's that? The monitor around his ankle. The probation, the monitor. You know that monitor that goes around your ankle. I had it when I was on house arrest. And you guys see on my Instagram, I actually cut off the monitor in the probation office, which just felt amazing. One of the best feelings I ever had in my life. One of the worst experiences I ever had in my life, being on house arrest with a house arrest monitor around my ankle. All right. Well, this kid had that same monitor on his ankle, in which the kid cut the monitor off after the conversation with the probation officer. The kid said he's not going to let nobody tell him whether he's safe or not. Now, I don't know if that was a good choice or not. Maybe that was a good choice. Most people take the side of the law. I'm a little bit different here. All right? I think a little bit different here. I'm not always mad at the villain. Most people take the hero side. I'm a little different. I could be on the villain side of things. I could be on the hero. I just have to find out the reason as to why you're doing it. This kid thought it was in his best interest not to let the probation officer detain him. The kid thought it was in his best interest to cut off his ankle monitor in which he cut off his ankle monitor. So right now, currently, you guys, Pop Smoke's, one of Pop Smoke's murderers, is running around Cali right now. All right? Unsupervised. But I'm not against the kid. This channel's not about condemning nobody. I'm not against the kid at all. All right? And nor do I care to avenge Pop Smoke's death. I don't know what Pop Smoke did. I'm from the streets. Just because somebody passes away doesn't mean that they didn't do nothing. Just because somebody does something to somebody doesn't mean that they're wrong. I don't know what Pop Smoke did. I heard Pop Smoke owed people money. I heard there was a hit out on Pop Smoke. I heard Pop Smoke, you already see Pop Smoke had the double R. He had the Phantom, the Rolls Royce, in which he switched the VINs. You know what Pop Smoke was doing out there. They're saying there was a bag on Pop Smoke's head. That was a hit. Pop Smoke was the only one that got murked in that house. And there was other individuals in that house. I don't know what Pop Smoke did. So I cannot sit here and say, oh, that kid deserves this, that, and the third. It's not that type of party. I'll let you guys do that at home. I'll let the general public do that, pick sides, right? But I do my homework. I pay attention. I pay attention to the details and give people a fighting chance because I don't know Pop Smoke nor this kid that responsible for his death. I don't know why the kid did that. I don't know why, but I know the kid is back out, man. You know what I mean? Nonetheless, what I can say is rest in peace to Pop Smoke. That is what I can say. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. Condolences to Pop Smoke's family. I know they loved him. The streets loved Pop Smoke's. So condolences to the streets. I love Pop Smoke's music. Condolences to me. That part. But I'm not going to condemn Pop Smoke's murderer. I don't know why the kid did it. This is a kid. In life, we make wrong decisions at times, especially in our adolescence, especially a child that hasn't fully mentally developed. Now, is the kid getting away scot-free? Obviously not. The kid did like 4 years. The kid is a juvenile. The kid got released on probation. So he's doing some type of, they reprimanded him some way. He's penalized in some way. He's paying off his debt in some way, though it'll never equivalent to somebody's life. So I'm not going to be silly and say that. Probation would never, you can't exchange that for somebody's life. 4 years in prison definitely is not enough for somebody's life. So I'm not going to go as far as to say that, man. I'm not going to disrespect Pop Smoke like that. All right? But nonetheless, shout out to all parties. Shout out to all parties, man. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. And to that kid out there, man, I see you. I see you, brother. And I hope you're able to, I hope you can reflect on this. I hope God has some type of mercy on you. Hopefully, I'm praying. I'm praying that you can be a role model out here. I'm praying that you could turn a negative into a positive. Some people are saying that this is a good kid. Some people are saying that this is a good kid. All right. Nonetheless, you guys, this is episode number 91 of the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. All right. We're 9 episodes away from episode 100. That part. This is a milestone. We're going to commemorate episode 100. It's an amazing milestone. Nobody expected us to be here. All right. You guys do me a favor. Make sure you guys are sharing this podcast. Share this with your family members. Share this to Facebook right now. Share this to all platforms. Instagram, whoop-de-woo, to the Twitter, the TikTok, whatever platform you on. Please share. Let's get everybody acclimated. Let's get everybody involved. Usually you guys, I go live on Facebook, right? But I'm currently only going live on YouTube right now. And that's why I tell you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. When you guys subscribe to the channel, you guys be the first one to get notified when I drop new content. That part, that little sexy bell that's in the corner, the little sexy mommy, the bell in the corner, hit that bell. Turn your notifications on. I know how it feels. I know most people got their notifications turned off because they don't want to be annoyed, right? It's kind of like looking inside your mailbox and you see nothing but bills. Ain't no check in there. Ain't no check inside that mailbox. I know when you get those notifications, you're like, damn, it's not nothing that's going to benefit you. But this channel will benefit you. Remember, this is the most dangerous podcast on God's green earth. This is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 91. That part. You heard me. That part. Now, you guys, moving right along. Since we're speaking about house arrests and ankle monitors, big shout out to Boosie. You guys know Boosie was fighting a charge, right? I think it was a gun charge. I would believe, if my memory serves me correct. Recently, Boosie seen online cutting off his ankle monitor like the kid, like Pop Smoke's. I don't want to keep using that M word because YouTube don't like that. All right. And that's when and we're not monetized, obviously, but that can get you demonetized. Okay. Nonetheless, Boosie's seen online cutting off his ankle monitor. Same way Pop Smoke's unalived. Now, unlike Pop Smoke, unlike the Hoover kid, Boosie currently got his charges dropped. So he's not on probation currently. The charges have fully been dropped, in which he cut his ankle monitor off and dove inside a body of water, a pool. All right? You guys know Boosie got all types of past charges, right? You know, you can look at Boosie's record. Any new charge that Boosie gets, any new felony, he scores out to prison time. Anytime Boosie stands in front of that judge, he's being judged for all his past charges, his past arrests, all right? So this one charge, I was concerned for Boosie. Another gun charge? I didn't know how that was going to end up for Boosie. I'll be quite honest with you. I didn't know how that was going to end up for Boosie. Boo. But nonetheless, God has gave us more time with Boosie. Nonetheless, Boosie is highly favored in Most High's eyes. I think it's safe to say Boosie's highly favored. You got to really think about it. The man came home on all types of murder charges. Coming out of Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge, they hang niggas out there. In Baton Rouge, I think them niggas is still picking cotton. I think they still picking cotton in Baton Rouge. To be quite honest with you. That's where Boosie's from. He's from that environment. Boosie seen cutting off his ankle monitor. Boosie just made it through the skin of his teeth. Boosie likes to talk a lot. I'm not going to stay long on this. But if you guys ever get a chance to hear Boosie, how he fights charges, he let it be known to the world. Boosie's not secretive when you're talking about Boosie's approach to fighting charges. He kind of gives up. Boosie tends to give up his recipe, the ingredients to how he beats charges. And I thought that would hinder his future, any future charges that he would get. I would think that would hinder his future cases. But that was not the case this time. I want to give a big shout out to Boosie. Big shout out to Boosie for beating that latest charge, man. Happy to see you home. Happy to see you still out here with us, making music, out here with your family. You guys know Boosie got a big family. Don't get it twisted. You guys see the Boosie estate, the estate with the acres, 88 acres, woo-de-woo, the estate that he has. Boosie has a lot to be thankful for. Boosie got a lot to be thankful for. He got a lot of kids out here that he needs to be there for. So anytime that Boosie can beat a charge and stay out here with us is a good thing. All right. Shout out to Boosie, man. You God bless. You highly favored. But count your blessings, brother. Count your blessings. L.O.T.S. Approve Media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. All right. Don't be a ninja watcher. That's the person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher. Because that's just a hater. We don't like no haters. And definitely don't want to be one of these. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call the people time. If y'all don't know what they do to people time, just don't go to jail. And you won't have to find out. All right. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everybody should be subscribed. Everybody should be sharing this with their family, with their friends and family members. Turn your notification bells on. That part. And pay attention to the greatest show on God's green earth, the most deadliest show on God's green earth. Remember, I tell you that. All right. Now, what else we got here, family? What else? What we got left? What we got left? All right. Before we get to Bron, we're gonna get to Bron. All right. I'm gonna speak about Bronny. Now, before that, Just real quick, side note, Ruby Rose is single again. Side note, gentlemen, side note, Ruby Rose is single again. I'm not going to stay on this for too long. But remember, Ruby Rose was seen dating Drewski. None of us believe that she liked it, Drewski. Not for one bit. I understand women like men that can joke. I get it. I understand some women like overweight men. I get it. But I never, not once, thought that she genuinely liked it, Drewski. Shout out to Drewski, man. I know you getting paper, but I knew you would be tender for her. I know Drewski ain't never get no bad bitches. Drewski ain't never get bad bitches. Look how Drewski look. Let's just be honest. This is a fat nigga, all right? With the blonde, Chris Brown blonde. You know, Bootsy, Drewski wasn't getting no bitches. So he had the opportunity to get with Ruby Rose, in which he sees that opportunity. And who probably, I don't know who wouldn't have seized that opportunity. But when we saw Drewski sticking his tongue in her mouth and doing all that, Drewski, I thought she had you. I thought Ruby Rose had Drewski in a headlock, meaning I thought that she had him under her spell. I thought Drewski was going to break the bank on Ruby Rose, nonetheless. But Drewski looks like he exercises intelligence. It looks like somebody around Drewski has love for him and was advising him otherwise. Drewski, not Boosie, Drewski, you missed that bullet, bro, by the skin of your teeth. And I want to give a shout out to Drewski, because though I thought you was a sucker, I thought you would have been a sucker for Ruby Rose. Like a lot of us would have been a sucker for Ruby Rose. I ain't going to say that I wouldn't fall victim to Ruby Rose, but not at this age. Keep in mind, Drewski's a younger gentleman, right? But I got to give a shout out to Drewski, man. With all your newfound success, shout out to Could Have Been Records. With all your newfound success, big up to your comedy tours. Big up to your record label, Could Have Been Records. Shout out to Glock 30. Shout out to everybody on that signed to Could Have Been Records. All right. Shout out to the most ugliest rapper alive. Boy, you ugly. But listen here, Drewski. Thank God you made the right decision, bro. And we ain't gonna stay on this for too long. But Drewski, keep getting your paper, all right? And watch out for the haters. And don't let these hoes come in and just cipher off of you, bro. Get you a decent chick. I don't think Ruby Rose is the one for you, but I'm not gonna say nothing. And I don't want to be a hypocrite, because if she crossed my path, to be honest with you, I don't know what I would have did. But I know one thing: I ain't separating with my money. That I could have guaranteed you I wouldn't have separated with that money. I don't know about all the tonguing on camera, sticking tongues in the mouth and all that. I don't know. But I'm not going to be a hypocrite, all right? Shout out to Ruby Rose nonetheless. That is home team. Ruby Rose, you bad as fuck. Let's just not get this twisted. You bad as fuck. So shout out to Ruby Rose. I'm liking your music. You sound unique, all right? I see your dating track record. We're not going to dwell too long on that. But I see what you're doing out here, all right? I see what you're doing. But nonetheless, shout out to Ruby Rose. She fine as fuck. And salute to Drewski, all right? Now, you guys, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys are sharing this platform, all right? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. This is the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room. Listen, let's talk about LeBron James and Bronny, his son. And the key term today, the term of today is nepotism. Nepotism. That's what we're speaking about, all right? So you guys know LeBron James has been in the NBA for so long. He's over 40. I think he turned 40, all right? LeBron James, he's getting kind of old. But unlike other people that have been his age in the league, he's still performing at a high level. I think he's averaging 25 points, 25 points a game still. He's still performing. He's still outperforming his colleagues, his peers. All right. LeBron James has a request before he leaves the NBA. We all know the request. LeBron James wants to play with his son, Bronny, before he retires from the NBA. And he actually accomplished that. This is actually going to come into fruition. All right. Bronny, let's break it down. I think he was pick number 55. Hold on. Let me get this right. I got to address Bronny the right way. All right. All right, guys. Bronny James selected by the Los Angeles Lakers, second round draft pick, number 55 in the NBA 2024 draft. All right. LeBron James' son, Bronny, was selected by the Lakers in the second round, pick number 55. First of all, we're going to clap it up for Bronny. I clap it up for Bronny, and also I'm clapping up for LeBron James. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a prime example of nepotism. If you guys don't know what nepotism is, do me a favor, go ahead and pull out your dictionaries and read, because we learn on this channel, right? But I'm going to give you a definition. I'm going to give you a short definition of nepotism, all right? Just let's make this clear. Nepotism is like basically you're at a position to hire people or bring people into whatever establishment it is, whether it be a industry or a job, right? It's when you bring in your family members and your friends and get them positions in the company. And they might not be qualified for that position. Or there might be somebody that's more qualified for that position. Ladies and gentlemen, that's called nepotism, all right? And what you're seeing with LeBron James and his son Bronny is nepotism at its finest. Let's make this clear. Bronny, once again, LeBron's son Bronny was selected pick number 55 in the NBA 2024 draft, selected by the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, keep in mind, most people might be thinking, damn, he went pick number 55? Well, first of all, Bronny was selected by 12 camps to come to 12 different NBA camps, or I think 9 to 11 different NBA camps. But he declined those invites. He only took into consideration Phoenix and the Lakers. So Bronny was only going to play for either Phoenix or the Lakers. So that might give some type of credence. That might make you understand why he went that late in the draft. Now, I don't know if that's exactly the reason, but I'm kind of speculating why he went so late. I'm going to give you some more red flags. You guys, Bronny, I think he only averaged 4.5 or 4.9 points in college. Bronny only averaged 4.9 or 4.5 points in college. All right, let me double check here. Let me be approximate here. I don't want to hear no complaints that, you didn't give the right information. Let me see here. Excuse me. Bada bang, bada bang. Let me see. Pin number 5. Damn, I don't know. I don't even have that information. I apologize. I thought I did have that information, but it looks like I don't. But nonetheless, Bronny James, 2024 draft. First of all, he averaged 4.9 points in college. Now, LeBron James, Bronny only averaged 14 to 15 points in high school. So he's not a high-scoring athlete. I'm just painting the landscape, showing you guys basically all his accolades, his stats. Bronny doesn't have big stats. For a college player, only averaging 14 to 15 points as a college player, that's not that great. Those are good numbers for average athlete, not LeBron James' son. Let's be clear. Now, 4.9, 4.5 points averaging in college, that's not nothing. Now, keep in mind, he had some heart issues, right? In which he had a cardiac arrest, and he had to have surgery. So there's a lot of different things that may be the reason why it hindered his performance in college. All right? But his high school stats are not that amazing. Now, mind you, I never played high school ball. I'm not saying that he didn't have talent. I'm not saying that he doesn't have good talent. But in the pool of talent, the rest of the people that he was competing with across the nation, I don't think averaging 14, 15 points a game is going to get you selected before the rest of these guys that are putting up way higher numbers, right? So I think his numbers were lackluster nonetheless. So this is what gives some type of credence, some type of validity to people saying that this is nepotism. Let's call it a spade a spade. A lot of people are saying that LeBron James used his power to get Bronny on the Lakers. That's the big argument. I don't think it's even an argument no more that Bronny is skilled enough to play for the Lakers. I think everybody unanimously agrees that, and I just read you his stats, that Bronny's not supposed to be playing for the Lakers. I think we all could collectively agree upon that. And I think that's the unanimous outlook on it when I look at the general public and their response to this. All right? So now, like I said, the word nepotism. All right? He's selected by the Lakers. For the record, Bronny James is using the number, he chose the number 9. All right? Dope. He chose the number 9, just side note. But a lot of people are mad at LeBron James. A lot of people are criticizing LeBron James. They're saying that he used his power to get his son on the Lakers. Now, the question is he right or is he wrong? Is nepotism good or is nepotism bad? This is when I come in, all right? This is my whole opinion on this nepotism issue. First of all, when you're using nepotism in the workplace, all right? Imagine if you're working at Walmart and you're a manager at Walmart. You bring in your nephew, your cousin, your uncle, your aunt, your peoples, your friends, and you give them a position. Now, there might have been somebody more qualified for that position, but you chose to not pick that person. You chose to look over that person. When you're talking about nepotism in that to that degree, working at Walmart, you don't have to be super intelligent to work at Walmart. No disrespect to Walmart workers, all right? I shop at Walmart. Shout out to everybody at Walmart. Shout out to everybody, to all the hardworking blue-collar workers at Walmart. But it doesn't take extreme intelligence to work for Walmart. So if you're picked, if your friend chooses you to fulfill this position, more than likely, you probably can be groomed to work that position. You can be educated on that position, and it's gonna your performance will gradually improve. It's not the same as sports. You see, nepotism, when you're talking about a job, in some cases, certain jobs you don't need to be a rocket scientist to fulfill those positions. So somebody who's less qualified may still be able to fill that position and be successful if you groom them correctly and educate them. In that in that regard, nepotism is good. Yeah, the Cuban people do it all the time. Haitian people, my people, do it all the time. We bring in our family members. And you notice when you come to the company, everybody's speaking the same language. And you wonder how all these Haitian people got in this position, how all these Cubans got in the position. It happens a lot in Miami. All right, so this is the land of nepotism. But when it comes to those positions, once again, it doesn't take a rocket science. Now, I can see if you give somebody a position and it starts hindering the company's stats. It's hindering the company's production. In that regard, I would say, okay, swap that person out, get them out of there. But in a common Walmart, working at Walmart, ain't nothing wrong with nepotism working at Walmart. Ain't nothing wrong with nepotism working at Wendy's. Ain't nothing wrong with nepotism working at the stadium, whatever, wherever you at. Nepotism is good. Sometimes you got to do that. The white folks do that. It's been happening in corporate. People do that in corporate all the time. You see white folks, they son take on positions, corporate positions. All right? Kids coming from backgrounds that have no knowledge of the industry, and they still get put in position. Nepotism is not bad. But now let's talk about we talking about the pros and cons. Let's talk about it in regards to sports. Nepotism in sports. Keep in mind, when we're talking about sports, you guys, whether any sport, it's the best of the best, all right? It's the cream of the crop that rise to the top. It's survival of the fittest, right? You're getting the most qualified person that performs the best, that has the most athletic ability and athletic intelligence, right? And mind you, they have to be coachable. They can't be a person that cannot follow instruction. The person has to be coachable. All right? When you're talking about sports, nepotism, that hinders that. You can't use nepotism in sports because what you're doing is now you're bringing down the integrity of sports. Sports are meant to, this is physical. This is my physique versus your physique. My performance versus your performance. My physical capabilities, my natural physical capabilities versus your natural physical capabilities. And at the end, whoever is the winner determines who's the strongest kid, who's the strongest man at the top of the hill. It's just like the jungle, survival of the fittest. When you're not the fittest, you wither away. Natural selection. That's how the ecosystem works. Whatever is weak perishes. It's only the best of the best that survives, which ensures you that that breed is going to be a strong breed, a strong pedigree, a strong lineage that can survive the test of times, right? So you cannot use nepotism when it comes to sports, because what you're doing is you're watering down sports. And this is what LeBron James has done. LeBron James has watered down the NBA. And this is not the first time LeBron James watered down the NBA. To bring Bronny on to the Lakers, knowing that there's somebody else more qualified for that position, what does that say about the integrity of the NBA? The integrity of the sport of basketball. You're hindering basketball by bringing Bronny in. I understand that's your son. I understand it warmed your heart. I understand that you promised Bronny this. I get it. I understand that you're a powerful man in the NBA. I get the power that you have, the authority that you have. I understand what you contribute to the NBA, LeBron. I get it, right? But when I turn on my TV, I'm looking to see the best against the best. I don't like to see lot matched. I don't like to see handicap matches. I'm not into handicap matches. You see all this Floyd Mayweather doing these exhibitions and he's fighting niggas that's less skillful as him. I'm not into that. You see Jake Paul that hasn't fought anybody, that refuses to fight anybody that's an actual current boxer. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of Jake Paul fighting MMA fighters. It's cool, but I'm not a fan of it. I might watch it, but I'm not a fan of it. I'm not keeping up with Jake Paul. I'm not keeping up with mediocre, with handicap matches. When you're an athlete and you perform at a certain level, you're only as real as what you're up against. In the realm of sports, you're only as real as what you're up against. I'm trying to see two of the best in their sport go at it. When I'm watching any sport, whether it be basketball, football, boxing, tennis, I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. Ping pong. I want to see the best against the best. You guys see me, I'm a personal trainer. I don't take supplements. I don't take energy drinks. I don't wear back brace and knee. I'm a firm believer. If you can't do it without a back brace, you shouldn't be doing it. You see, I do calisthenics a lot and I do heavy weights, but I'm only concerned with what I can naturally do. I'm only concerned of what I can naturally handle. And that's how I take sports. So I don't appreciate LeBron James watering down the NBA. I don't appreciate Bronny playing for the Lakers. I don't care what everybody's saying. This is what everybody's saying. Oh, this is the first time in the NBA that you've ever seen a father play with his son. Who cares? Who cares? You guys want to see it so bad that you guys want to see something that's handicapped? You want to see this so bad that you're willing to let somebody induct somebody that's considered mediocre into the NBA just to see a son play with a father? It doesn't add up when you're talking about the integrity of the sport. The NBA does integrity. Every sport has its integrity. And what LeBron did was weaken the integrity of the NBA by being able to show his authority, showing his influence and what he can do in the form of nepotism. LeBron James also did this when he came to play for Miami. Remember, this is a Miami platform, Miami, Florida. I'm a Miami Heat fan, all right? Go hard. I don't care whatever Miami, Marlins, whatever. Everything Miami. I'm everything Miami. Everything. Let's make this clear on this channel. Whether you guys see me with a Bulls hat, whatever hat you see me with, I'm Miami, Florida, and God Bain can tell you that. I'm a heavy Miami Heat supporter. I'm a heavy Miami sports teams supporter. The Panthers, let's make this clear. The Marlins, let's make this clear. All our college teams, FSU, Gators, I'm in support of all Miami sports teams, whether on a collegiate level or NBA or professional level. All right. So with that being said, when I'm seeing Bronny playing in NBA, I don't like the way he brought down the integrity. The same way LeBron James brought down the integrity. See, y'all don't realize this started with LeBron coming to Miami. When LeBron decided to come to Miami with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, yeah, it looked great. It looked great on paper, but it was a handicap. That was lopsided. That was a handicap match. And LeBron knew what he was doing. When LeBron decided the big three and decided to play with when he decided to play the big three with Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade, he knew that there was nobody to rival them. That doesn't do nothing for the sport. What LeBron did was he won his first ring by watering down the sport. LeBron won his first ring by finding a loophole in the sport of basketball. And he found a loophole in the NBA. The LeBron playing with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh should have never happened. And I'm a Miami resident. Listen. This is a Miami-based platform. Don't get it twisted. I was actually incarcerated when I seen them win one of their championships. You heard me? But I'm not a fan of what LeBron did. I'm not a fan of LeBron coming to Miami and playing with D. Wade and Chris Bosh. I'm not a fan of that. I don't like the way LeBron, he weakened the integrity of the NBA. He found a loophole. Usually, you guys, let me tell you traditionally, when you're a franchise player, you keep playing, you get selected by a team, and you keep playing with that team until they're able to add the right components, surrounding cast, to make a winning championship team. What LeBron did was bypass that. LeBron was playing for Cleveland. He saw that there was no championship coming anytime soon. So what he did was created a diabolical plan and called up Wade and called up Bosh and said, let's go play in Miami together. That was a handicap. He handicapped the NBA. And LeBron is around here with a championship ring and championship trophies and receiving all the accolades of a champion, to the point where he's putting himself up there with the other greats, such as a Michael Jordan. And it's all about numbers. So when I look at LeBron is like Drake to me. LeBron wants numbers. The reason why LeBron is not leaving the NBA because he's trying to run up the numbers. LeBron is doing this for stats. It's the same thing as Drake. Drake is making music for numbers. I'm not saying that the music is not good, but he's basing what he does off of numbers. So that makes you question the integrity now. Because once you start chasing numbers, it's no longer about the art. It's no longer about the art. It's no longer about the sport. It's no longer about the art of music. It's about numbers. And you have to be concerned about that. So you guys, I'm not a fan of LeBron James. I understand, and I'm not taking nothing from LeBron. He's a great basketball player. And somebody we had a discussion about this on Planet's front porch, and Planet's nephew, he said LeBron has his skill. I asked him, what is LeBron's specialty? Every NBA player had a specialty. Tim Hardaway had the crossover. Mutombo, his blocking capabilities. Magic Johnson, his passing capabilities. Reggie Miller, the 3-point shot. Traditionally, NBA players had a specialty. And I asked this man, what is LeBron James' specialty? What do LeBron James do that's special? Does he have a signature move? Does he do something better than his prior people that played for the NBA? Does he have a special blocking capability? Does he have a special? Is he special with his dribble? Is he special with assisting? Like, what does he do? And the kid gave me a simple answer. He said, LeBron James has an all-around game. Now, when he told me that, I stood corrected. And I had to agree with this young man. Yes, LeBron James does have an all-around game, and that's what's special about LeBron. So I do apologize, LeBron. I don't want to be too hard on LeBron. LeBron deserves a lot of his accolades. But where the problem lies is when they compare LeBron to a man such as Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan didn't have no big three. Michael Jordan didn't use nepotism and brought some mediocre supporting cast. Michael Jordan had specialty, the fade away. Michael Jordan has signature moves. Michael Jordan's highlights. LeBron's highlights. LeBron doesn't have no switching hands midair. LeBron has no signature move. He's just an all-around great athlete. And that I will say, respect to LeBron, nonetheless. Respect to Bronny. Big shout out to Bronny, nonetheless. Enjoy it. What I am gonna say, Bronny, is Bronny, enjoy it. Enjoy the time that you spend in NBA. Enjoy the time that you're spending with your father. And I pray that Bronny James gets better. I pray that he's impactful to the Lakers. I hope this ends well, because usually stuff like this do not end well. And I don't see Bronny. I don't see him improving. I don't see Bronny improving to the degree or being able to improve that fast. 14, 15 points average in high school, 4.9, 4.5 points in college. All right? It's not like he's just going to excel. It's not like Bronny's just going to immediately excel from here and he's just going to be a great athlete. They're going to teach him something that's just going to improve his game to that degree. I don't think that's going to happen. What I can say is we're going to have it's going to be 15 minutes of fame. All right. First of all, LeBron is not going to be that long in the NBA. Obviously, he's lucky if he got 1 to 2 or maybe 3 years at the most. At the most, LeBron's going to have 2 to 3 years at the most. All right. So what happens when Bron leaves the NBA? Where does that leave Bronny? What happens when LeBron leaves the Lakers? Where does that leave Bronny? Is Bronny going to be able to sustain? Is he going to be relevant to the Lakers once LeBron leaves? That's the question. You see all the things that could potentially happen with nepotism? Did y'all even think about that? You're forcing this kid into the equation of the puzzle. He doesn't even fit the puzzle. So what happens when LeBron no longer has this nepotism authority over the Lakers? What happens when the Lakers no longer have to cater to LeBron? Is Bronny still a priority? That's the question. Bronny, I'm going to say enjoy this, brother. Enjoy it. And yes, you are a good athlete. But we all know that he's not on the level of his cohorts. We all know his peers, the people that he's going to be up against in the NBA. I don't think he's going to be able to compete. And I'm praying he proves me wrong. I pray Bronny proves me wrong. I hope everything that I'm saying doesn't mean shit. I hope he defies everything I'm saying and excels in the NBA. I pray for that. But remember, this is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. All I'm saying is don't shoot the messenger. We call a spade here. This channel is not to condemn nobody. All right. Big shout out to Bronny James. Big shout out to Bronny. And they got Bryce. They have a second son that's on his way. They say he's going to be eligible for the NBA in 2025. So there's another James coming. They say he's better than Bronny. All right? And that's yet to be seen. All right? Well, I haven't seen him. I saw a tidbit of his jump shot. The kid got a wicked jump shot. Bronny, little brother, he got a wicked jump shot. He's taller than Bronny. He might be the one. But nonetheless, shout out to the James family, man. Big shout out to LeBron James. Big shout out to Bronny James and Bryce James, Trice, whatever his name is. Shout out to the second brother also. All right. L.O.T.S Approved Media. Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast, episode number 91. That part. You guys know what it's hitting for. Once again, I'm the incomparable, the author imitated, but cannot be duplicated. The one they took their style from, the one that keeps creating what they keep taking. I'm the elected, the appointed voice of the streets. All right. I'm L.O.T.S Approved. That's Lord of the streets. All right. Learning off the streets. All right. Living off the streets. All right. Leader of the streets. You heard me? And this is powered by L.O.T.S Approved Media. This is episode number 91, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This right here is a countdown to episode 100. Let's make this clear. This is a milestone. We're less than 10 episodes away from episode 100. Let's be clear about this. And I need you guys to make sure that you guys are in the building. That part. All right? That part. With that being said, you guys, we're going to play some outro music. Bada bing. Bada bing. Now, you guys, like I always tell you guys, nobody's promised tomorrow. Shit, I tried to come on Friday. You see, I did not go on last Friday. I needed to take a rest. If you guys didn't see me, hopefully you guys missed me. Hopefully. Ooh, I love to be missed. That shows your value. You heard? I was supposed to go on yesterday. Technical difficulties. All right? Nonetheless, we're on today. So what does that mean? You guys should be turning your notification bells on. Turn your notification bells on. That prevents missing me. Whether I'm going on different times or different days. Turn your notification bells on. That part. L.O.T.S Approved Media, episode number 91. DSTM podcast. That part. Nobody's promised tomorrow, you guys. Hopefully we meet up here next Friday for episode number 92. By the grace of Most High. If God allows. Nobody's promised tomorrow. Remember to always show the universe your gratitude. Show the universe your gratitude. Alright? If you want God to bless you with more, be happy for what you got. Appreciate what you got. Appreciate all your resources. Appreciate what God gave you already. If you want God to bless you with more. That's the key to manifestation. That's how the universe works. All right? That's how the universe works. Let's be clear. Show your gratitude. You see all that complaining? When you complain about what you don't have, you're always constantly complaining. The universe is registering that shit. The universe is typing up all your complaints. And they're reciprocating those same complaints right back to you. So it's just reciprocating. It's a cipher. Everything goes in a circuit. Alright? Everything goes in a circuit. The winds go in a circuit. The winds, the water goes in a circuit. Everything travels in a circuit. Alright? So that's why they say what comes around goes around. So expect that. So put nothing but goodness out there. Stop complaining. Stop complaining so the universe can stop sending you more complaints. So the universe can stop sending you more things to complain about. Stop complaining. Show your gratitude. Count your blessings. Be happy for what you have. And watch how the universe bless you with more. Alright? Also, every mountain, the highest mountain has the best view. The highest mountain. I say this 100 times at the end of every episode. And I'm hoping you guys are getting this. The highest mountain has the best view. Keep climbing that mountain. No matter how many rocks and lions and tigers and mountain lions and all that, climb that mountain. No matter how steep it is. Make sure you prepare. Make sure you have your survival kit. Pack your survival kit. Have your book bag on. Climb that mountain. The highest mountain has the best view. So that's your reward. When you get to that top, to the very top, you're going to have the best view. You really get to look at the landscape and what it has to offer. You get to see all your options. Last but not least, failure and discouragement are the stepping stones to success. Don't be scared to fail out here. You got to step out. You got to step off that front porch. You got to give it a try. Don't be scared to try it. Let me tell you something. You're going to regret more not trying than actually trying. You're going to regret. You're going to be laying in your bed when you owe the 50s and your 60s, and you're going to say, damn, I wish I had took that more serious. Damn, I wish I would have tried a little harder. Damn, what would have happened if I actually tried a little harder? Maybe I could have achieved that. And that's going to burn inside. That's going to burn inside. Don't have those regrets at a late age. It's not gonna do good for your psyche. Psychologically, it might hurt you. Psychologically, it might hinder you. It might throw you into depression. So remember, failure and discouragement are the stepping stones to success. It's a part of being successful. Don't be scared to fail. A master failed 1,000 times. The only difference between a winner and a loser is the winner kept trying. Remember that. All right, with that being said, I want you guys to enjoy your weekend. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And I'll see you guys on Friday. L.O.T.S Approved Media, Don't Shoot the Messenger Podcast, episode number 91. And with that being said, salute and peace. That part. I'm out. I'm about to enjoy my Saturday, you heard?